Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to part 4 of the 24-hour stream as Stella Luna takes the sea. If you would like to support us today, please avoid using bits and subs. Bits and subs do not go to the charity. If you would like to make a donation, please use the command St. Jude. I can see someone posted it just a moment ago. If you'd love to do it again, that would be amazing. Essentially, you can gift advantages, nat 20s. We can draw from the deck of many. I forgot to tell you, Stella, we have redrawn 2 cards from the deck of many for the one-shots because they don't work. And chat, you can know this as well. Don, John, and Uriel, changing alignments and getting trapped in a gem for the whole 3 hours, we're not interested in, so we removed them. Also, you can introduce NPCs and boss monsters. Check it all out. The only place you should donate is via the link in chat or the link below the screen. Anything else, especially if it doesn't come from me, ignore it. That's the only way to support the charity, directly. None of the money touches my hand. It goes straight to Tiltify, straight to St. Jude. So, please do that if you can. We'll go around and say hello to everyone. Let's start with our Dungeon Master, Stella Luna.
Hello. I am Stella Luna. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, and I will be your Dungeon Master for this one-shot. It's a 5th edition D&D homebrew setting, generic fantasy, and should be fun. I'm excited.
Yes, indeed. We'll go straight down the screen to Blame the Robot. Oh, hi.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Blame the Robot, variety streamer and voice actor. I'm so excited to be here today. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Is there anything else you wanted?
I mean, it's short, it's sweet, it's concise. I love it. I'm trying to quote the Muppets, but I can't remember the exact lines. So at the bottom of the screen, we have Cara O'Neill. Oh, hi, Cara.
Hi. Yeah, my name is Kara, and thank you everybody for joining us. I know it's pretty late, probably, for most of us. Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I'm looking forward to having some fun D&D adventures tonight.
If you're here, you know me. So we'll skip over me and pass the story straight over to Stella. Stella.
Excellent. Our story begins around a campfire on a crisp autumn evening towards the edge of a forest. You're gathered here with your fellow adventurers, successful at your most recent quest, and on your way back to the capital for the next one. You have been traveling together for some time, and you made great pace today. Your party is running low on supplies, so that means you need to head towards the nearest village, which is called Rosebell, and you'll be there in the morning. But for now, your party is gathered here around a fire, and you are enjoying a meal together. I have a quick question. Who prepared dinner, and what did you make?
If I made it, it's not going to taste good.
Orc will have a go. He loves cooking for everyone. Why not? Orc, the half-orc sorcerer, or the half-orc sorc, as he likes to be known, will cook stew. Love stew. You put everything in a pot and you set it on fire. It's great. I'll cook stew.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a nature check. Let's see how good this stew is.
Oh, nature. It might be better than I thought. No, that was a lie. Oh, the duality.
Delicious.
This is. Please describe this stew. Why is it phenomenal?
Well, it's probably mostly because it's 100% plant-based. I only use flammable things in my stew. Some people say that is veganism. I deny it. I just say I like flammable things. It's made of leaves and berries, dried out, of course, but they burn, and water, which does burn. It doesn't do fires. It you know, does the steamy thing. I'm not the brightest. It does that, you know. And gravy, of course. Lots and lots of gravy.
Excellent. So what does Fork look like as they are preparing this stew? Tell us a little bit about him.
Sure thing. Fork wears robes? Is that a robe or is it sackcloth? It's hard to tell. He is a green half-orc who stands... he stands around 5'11", just under 6 foot tall. His hair is dirty brown. His skin is that kind of milky kind of green, like the soft green. And he's... brown eyes. He kind of looks a bit like if you select Disc Priest on WoW and just hit the default options.
Excellent. And joining Fork here around the fire are two other individuals. Thora, why don't you tell us about your character?
I want to know more about the fire you used to cook this stew. I am just staring at the flames, really into those flames. I also like flammable things.
Well, I started off with like this bonfire thing, but when I think the bonfire's not going well enough, I'll produce some flames and throw them in. And if I really think it's not burning bright enough, I might bolt a firebolt in there as well. Never would I use a fireball on this one. Not since, not since the fire of the Gruul Academy way back when I was little. That was, let me tell you, that was a disaster. I thought this fire isn't very hot. I'll use a fireball on it. Next thing I know, everyone's screaming for some reason.
I love a good fireball. What do they not like about fireballs?
Oh, something about missing their hair or something. They liked it. I don't know.
Destroying things? Yeah, I've heard that. Well, this is a very impressive bonfire, and I just want to thank you for creating that, first of all. And I'll come and sit like right next to you around this beautiful glowing fire. And I'm also about 5'11", so we're shoulder to shoulder. I'm a large lass with very pale platinum blonde hair, and I'm all in chainmail, and I'm just gonna hold my hands out toward the fire and warm them.
Very nice. And could you tell chat what class you are playing?
I am a cleric of light, and specifically of Pelor.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Anton.
Yes, I've been staring at this bowl of just delicious soup and secretly kind of adding my own little spices and little tidbits to make it that much more delicious, even though it was already delicious. But I must say, there are a few things from Arm that I absolutely love. I come from the trading city of Arm, where I grew up on the to a wealthy family. So all of this outside, all of this starry night, it's a bit beneath me, but I've been joined by my fantastic troupe of, I guess I could say, debutantes who will help me with my act. My name is the astonishing Anton, and I tell everyone that I'm a fantastic wizard, when in reality, it's all fake. My magic, I kind of come up with it myself. It's all trickery, but I'm a magician in a fantastic world, and oh, I love magic. But I'm just sitting there, adding little spices. Jealous of this person who can actually has dominion over fire. Oh.
So you must have joined up with us then for the pyrotechnics, because of course, pyros are technically pyrotechnics, even if they do actually burn.
That is absolutely right. I must learn your ways. Teach me.
I just cast light on your spoon while you're eating it.
Oh, yeah, yes. I too can do this. And I just like reach into my pocket and grab a little flash paper. And, it bursts into flame. I'm like, we're all magicians. Die a little inside.
I cancel the light spell on your spoon.
I just go back to eating. Slightly dejected.
Oh. For the benefit of the chat, could you please tell us what class you're playing?
I am playing the Artificer, so still a lot of magic, but all made up in interesting ways. And look out.
Excellent. Well, you enjoy this fantastic meal together all around the fire, and you know the drill. After you finish eating, you know that it's time to take turns and take watch. So the group of you will hunker down and get some sleep. Tonight, as you're resting, however, each one of you will have a dream. And in this dream, your character, whatever they want most in the whole wide world, comes true. Fork, what happens in your dream?
Everything I've ever dreamed of comes true.
Yes.
Now, some might think that Fork would dream of somewhere like Avernus that's already on fire, but no. Fork dreams of kindling. Forests of it. Forests of kindling. Whole cities made of kindling. You can just set one little bit of flame to, and the whole thing goes up like a box of matches. And then when it's done, it resets.
Beautiful.
And he burns it down again?
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. It's all I've ever dreamed of, just burning everything down.
It's the experience. What does Thora dream about?
She dreams of being back in the main temple of Pelor, surrounded by all of her friends from the halfling village where she kind of grew up. She left home at a pretty young age because when it was pretty clear that she had some strange abilities that nobody really understood, her own people kind of weren't very excited about this little fire setter that they suddenly had in their midst, and it wasn't very comfortable. So she went off in search of a little more acceptance, and halflings being halflings, they just took her right in, and that's where she took on the last name Thistlebottom. So she stayed with them and picked up a lot of their fun, loving, fancy-free ways. And so, yeah, she finds herself surrounded by all of her friends from the halfling village, and back in the temple that she found, where she actually learned how to kind of harness these fire-setting capabilities. But I have to admit, the whole pile of things to burn sounds nice too.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, what does Anton dream about?
Anton is back in his city of harm, standing upon a stage, bathing in the adulations of a massive crowd. Everyone has turned up. His friends, his family, the people who bullied him, now just waving at him, vying for his attention. He is joined none other by his new assistant, Abraca Danielle, and she helps him with a massive trick, and the crowd applauses, and you can see that he's finally accepted as the world's greatest magician.
Oh, lovely. There is an encore of applause punctuating the end of your dream. And as the night passes, it goes by smoothly. Your party packs up camp and makes their way towards Rosebell. As you approach the town gate, in the distance you can see it is closed. And off to the side, there is a horse and a cart. Could everyone roll me perception, please? Say 15 from Thora, 15 from Fork.
My goodness, 5, 11 each. Both love fire. 15 perception. What's going on? Did we literally make the same character?
I like it because I think, well, we'll discover more. But for now, yeah.
Anton is currently just still bathing in the idea of his dream, just off in his own world. Yes, clap more, please.
So, Fork, you notice as the group of you are approaching, there is a man in the cart laying on what appears to be a pile of shoes. And Thora, you notice that there does not appear to be anyone manning the gate. It is closed, and from what you can tell, it appears locked.
I'll go up and check out that gate a little more closely then. What kind of gate is it?
It's a town gate. It appears to be a double set of doors. and they appear to have a sliding hatch that is currently closed.
I will knock on the hatch.
You wait.
Meanwhile, or Anton, I would like to just check the little man hiding away in his little thing, and just tap on his boots and say, "Sir, I demand entry. Let us in. Let us in."
The man in the cart startles with a hello, yes. You see them straighten up. They appear to have been napping.
Oh, I set myself up and I say, "Good evening, monsieur. I am the astonishing Anton. Perhaps you've heard of me." I kind of bow very courteously.
I'm gonna step back, like having not joined on something. Like, oh my god, is that the astonishing Anton over there? Oh my goodness! Oh.
Folk's been rehearsing.
The man appears quite flustered, especially after hearing Fork. Unsure of what to do, you see a blush take their features, and they're, of course. Hello. How do you do?
Very well, kind sir. Of course, as you know me then, you must know that my brilliant friends are here to perform. Will you kindly let us in?
The man in the cart turns where they're seated and looks over towards the gate and says, I have been here for perhaps an hour or two. The guard is nowhere to be found.
Wait, so you don't man the doors here? You're not the doorman?
He picks up a shoe in each hand. I am a cobbler.
I kind of just look at the shoe and then, oh, not a person worth talking to then, and then just start walking away.
I will swoop in. I've never understood that personally, by the way. Shoes, don't get them. But I notice your cart is using that old-fashioned style wood. Yep, the non-magically primed wood, right? It's still all brown. You haven't gone for the blackwood speciality. I can blackwood your cart for you for a small price of 10 silvers.
All right. What's it do?
It makes it immune to fire damage.
Oh, that sounds quite handy. And you see the gentleman pop off of the cart, gently setting down the shoes onto the pile and gestures towards the cart.
And I will cast Fireball on the cart.
Okay.
So now all your wood has been magically cleansed. It's all black and you cannot set fire to it, I guarantee.
Behold.
Alright, he's done it again!
So, please tell me what this looks like as you manifest this magic and cast this spell.
Literally, I'm not even very convincing, I don't think. Actually, I might be. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm like, yeah, get him stand just a little bit further back. Yeah, 20 feet. That's the radius there, just right there. And then I'm just gonna lean back like a baseball thrower and just hurl this fireball at it. And the cart's gonna rise 5 feet in the air, land again. The wheels are gonna fall off. The whole thing's blackened and burning. That'd be 10 silvers.
From somewhere, I scribble on a piece of paper and hold up a 10. Yeah!
The gentleman is sort of staring aghast. You see the color draining from their face as they're holding the 10 silver in their hand, sort of stunned.
Thank you very much. Tell your friends.
One of the shoes pops. Another one pops. A few of them are sizzling. Oh, all right.
I'm going to join my friends.
Thora, as you knock on the gate, you do not hear an answer. Go ahead and roll me another perception check, please.
goodness.
25. Excellent. You could swear you hear a peal of laughter somewhere behind the gate. It sounds like children laughing and playing.
Oh, children. Do they sound close by?
It sounds as if they are fleeing away.
I hear people in here. Hello? Don't be afraid. We fire is good.
I notice your door's made of that.
Locked?
I
Is
notice
the
your
gate locked?
The gate is locked, yes.
I notice your gate's made of that traditional brown wood.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
we could both hit it with the fireball.
Oh, we should always
At
get
the same
consent
time.
and payment if possible first.
I mean, they sounded like they were moving farther away. Come back! Can we help you with your gate problem?
Despite
Hello?
your best efforts, it does not seem like whoever was on the other side returns.
I must admit it. After that display, I find it highly unlikely that they will let us in.
I got consent first.
Is there a wall around the whole town?
Yes, so there is a wooden palisade. I'm suddenly regretting all of this.
Oh no!
Suddenly, the wooden palisade turns into a stone wall. The town gate itself is made out of wood.
Well, are there any other signs of like wagons or passerby around? Wagon tracks?
Go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Survival.
At this point in time, what is the poor man with the now blackened cart doing?
The gentleman is currently picking through the pile of shoes, perhaps trying to salvage some. With a 19, you look at the ground, Thora, and you look at the various tracks. You can see that there is one set of wagon wheels, which are presumably the one that is reduced to rubble here, and also a single set of tracks. The remaining tracks that might have been punched into the ground here seem to be quite old, at least a few days old.
Are the other tracks that are newer, like humanoid? One person-ish?
Yes, with a 19, you can look at his feet and tell it's probably this man here.
The cobbler. Yeah. Doesn't look like anybody's been in or out in a while. How long have you been waiting again?
Oh, a couple of hours, but I was here a few days ago, and they never closed the gate here at Rosebell.
Was it normal when you were here before? With
Yes.
people... Do you go to a market?
Oh, yes. My shoes are quite popular here. A single tear rolls down his cheek as he looks at the pile of burning leather.
No idea why they would have suddenly closed off.
No, not in the slightest.
What do you guys think?
I'm not entirely sure about this, but I know I absolutely want to get into this place. Tell you what, kind sir, kind, wonderful sir, and I just kind of like pat him on the shoulders as I stand up and clean all the soot and dust off of them. Might you be able to tell us where we might find anyone to let us into this wonderful establishment here?
There's usually a guard at the gate, and the door is usually open, so I'm not quite sure.
A guard, you say? So, would I perhaps, if I were to walk the vicinity around this town shouting, "Help, let us in! This madman has destroyed his own cart!" would anyone let us in?
Oh, perhaps, but it is quite a long walk around. Rosebell is a large town.
Okay, I see. I would like to try something, if you will. Here, you can help as well. I grab one of my torches from my backpack, and I put it in his hand. I say, just hold this. Really, just hold it. Hold it, if you will.
Oh.
I light it, and I dust my fingerprints off the handle. And I say, help! This madman has burned down his own cart, and he's coming to burn us down too! Let us in! Let us in! Does anyone react?
Go ahead and roll me a performance with advantage.
Performance. Okay, here we go. Come on, astonishing Anton, you trained for this. Advantage.
17. Lovely. So there's no immediate reply, but after a few minutes, you hear the audible slide of the panel opening, and you see the visage of a young person. They appear to be peeking up on their tippy toes, looking at you.
I immediately rush towards the opening, and I say, hello, please help. My name is the astonishing Anton. You've probably heard of me. This crazy man has burnt down his cart, and now he seeks to destroy us as well. Let us in. Do you have affordable lodging that we might sleep in? I can try and peek through as well.
As you peek through, you can see a small herd of children zooming past behind this person. The children are covered completely in mud. Their hair is wild, there are some twigs sticking out of them, and they're not wearing shoes.
Well, this is curious. Everyone, it doesn't seem as though there's anyone inside who could afford our show. But I feel like this gentleman would have made quite a bit of money. They all seem shoeless.
Never understood it myself. Maybe we could just use like a magical hand to open the gate door or something.
Yes, a magical hand. Oh yes, I definitely have that. But if you have one, I'd love you to try it yourself as well.
I'm good at smashing things and burning things.
All right.
Woohoo.
Don't worry, I know the mage hand cantrip. I'll try and open the gate. I'm going to walk forward and conjure a large flaming hand as I cast burning hands on the gate.
Excellent. The door will automatically fail the save, and the door catches on fire. You see whoever's on the other side slams the shutter closed and begins to run away.
Oh, there's actually someone there. Whoops. Stand back!
The fire slowly begins to spread. It smells quite pleasant.
It's a very good thing that the rest of this palisade is made of stone. Would have been disastrous if it weren't.
If it's taken a while, I'm going to add my own burning hands to this.
Oh, you know mage hand too.
Excellent. With your combined effort, it does catch, and then it begins to burn, and eventually it crumbles, and you are now granted entrance into Roseville.
Before it crumbles, I would like to quickly, if I could, grab the hand of the man that I left behind with the torch, put the torch in the fire, and as it crumbles, just kind of point at him. It was him. He did it. He was a madman.
As you do so, your only witness appears to be a small child that has abruptly stopped mid-stride and sort of stares up at you with eyes that are full of wonder and doe-like. You can see that he has a mop of black hair and he appears quite young. He has a stuffed animal tucked in one arm. It appears to be a stuffed owlbear. He just smiles at you.
Oh.
From my little bag of tricks, I pull a bit of glitter and I throw it in the air, clap, and then just do this.
Look, he's got a little owl bear. Oh. I'm gonna
As you
bend down and pull from my side pack a bear trap and give it to the child.
A bear trap?
I have one hunting trap in my oh, I have 25. No, it's one that weighs 25 kilograms.
Probably weighs more than this child.
Give it to him. There you go, little one. You have fun.
You see the child look between the trap, you, and also Anton, and with the glitter, kind of gasps, and then hands you the owl bear.
Me
Anton.
or Fork?
No, not Fork. No.
Oh, thank you. I lean down and say, hey, look at that. What's that behind your ear? And I reach behind and I pull out not a coin, but a signed picture, a little doodle of me. I hand it to him and I say, there you go. Astonishing Anton.
Another small gasp, and then the child runs away, clutching this little tiny picture of you. And
that is how you do it, Fork.
Oh, I don't mind. I'll keep my bear trap. I don't mind.
The owlbear teddy in your possession appears to be well loved. It has matted fur in a few places and it's missing an eye. There's some red string embroidered on the bottom of one of its paws. It appears to vaguely resemble a heart in shape. However, the ends don't quite meet.
Sorry, did you say that this bear was pre-loved? It looks kind of raggedy.
It looks very raggedy.
Well then, I drop it and dust my hands off it.
Yeah, I'll catch it. That's some quality drool there. I'll grab that.
Can I see where, like, which direction the child ran?
Yes, you see the child has run towards the town square. There is a main stretch of road that leads directly into the heart of Rosebell, and you can see on either side of this street that there are a few curious things here. You see that all of the doors of all of the buildings are open. You see there's food and toys littering the streets. And you also see colorful swirls of chalk that have been scraped into the side of all of these buildings.
Well, that's very curious.
Have you guys seen anything like this? Do we, like, anybody know what these chalk drawings are?
Not at all, unfortunately. Usually the people I perform to have money. These children do not seem to have any of that.
I know what it
This
is.
is odd.
I grew up
What
in
is
a
it for?
poor area. This is graffiti. This is probably is their common language. Says "down with the king" or something.
As Fork says this, he is standing in front of a drawing of a stick man and a bunch of flowers.
See, look, they're giving him non-flammable, well, kind of flammable stuff. Everything's flammable if you try hard enough.
Does
Staring
this look like it
intently.
was drawn by a child?
Yes, they look like childlike drawings.
This is very curious. Tell you what, we should go in and investigate further. Perhaps there's an inn or perhaps a place we can drink. I'm sure that we'll find somebody around.
Oh yes, places
Yes.
with whiskey. Yes.
Yeah, let's go find a drink. And I just march down towards the center of town.
I try my best to avoid any of the common things on the ground.
As you are approaching the town square, you can see very clearly there appears to be a group of very, very, very stressed out teenagers. And a few of them appear to be trying to establish some sort of order. You see them yelling at some children, trying to force some food into their hands. And there are a handful of teenagers that seem defeated and have resigned to loitering.
Well, it's been like some
Laura,
kind of
what do you make of this? These seem to be the only people with some semblance of authority.
I walk right up to the teenagers. Hey, what's going on? Where is everybody?
As soon as you make yourself known, one of the teenagers, their attention snaps onto you, and she says, "Oh my God! Finally! Thank you. There's an adult here, guys! There's an adult!" And then, all of the teenagers suddenly begin to sit up, and they flock towards you, and they all begin speaking at once. They're all complaining about all of the things that these children have been putting them through, and that they're tired and they want to leave, but they don't know what to do. And eventually, one of them tells everyone to settle down. I've got this.
Whoa. Hi. Why are we the only adults here?
So, this teenager kind of ruefully looks up at you. Something's been going on here. We don't really know what, but all of the adults are like in a sleep and they won't wake up.
How long has this been happening?
It's been 2 or 3 days.
So you just shut the gates to keep people out while you waited to see if they woke up?
Well, so, and you see her eyes trail over towards deeper into Rosebell, and in the distance, you can see what appears to be a tower. There's a strange building that is something like a mansion, except someone has taken a tower and shoved it right into the middle of the mansion. So it looks to be quite patchworky. It has been painted in various colors, and it is very strange to behold. She says, "So, Jules is usually the one that we all look up to, and she's been gone for a day now. She knows more about what happened, and you see her beginning to fidget. She looks very nervous. She's the apprentice to the toy maker."
A toy maker?
One of the other teenagers kind of flips hair out. "Yeah, he's a wizard, man."
Why do you call him the toy maker then?
Because he makes toys, duh.
Are they magic?
No, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Anton, this sounds like someone you might want to meet.
Absolutely. Say, young children, do you enjoy magic?
The teenagers appear unamused.
Well, I tell you what. If you tell us in which direction we must go to meet this toy maker, I'll show you an astonishing trick.
The very apathetic teenager flips hair again. That way.
That way. Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for an astonishing trick delivered to you by the astonishing Anton. All right. And I pull out a torch and I say, hold this. I dust it off of my fingerprints. I tell them to hold it. Are they holding it? Are they holding it firmly in their hand?
Very apathetically, but yes.
Brilliant. I step back and with a little hand wave and a little bit of pitter-patter, I spark the torch. It lights up, and then almost immediately the torch is set alight with pyrotechnics. And the pyrotechnics blow up with this amazing fireworks. It just dazzling display of colors everywhere. And now all the children need to do a Constitution saving throw and beat 15.
Oh my god.
Innocent NPCs, you say? Game on.
No.
All right. We'll say that there's about 5 teenagers here. Oh, excellent. 15.
Okay. So we only got 2 of them. Well, 2 of them are going to... 2 of them are now blinded, but 3 of them will see me grab Fork and Thora and just blitz and just dip and run to the toy maker's cabin. Hopefully others will see that we've disappeared and will be, as they say, astonished.
The very apathetic teenager holding the torch is blown back, literally falls into the mud. You see the hair has burnt away. It's gone. And most of the others just kind of stand there watching you run.
All right, take care. We're gonna go see the toy maker. Bye. As I run away.
Excellent.
Let myself be dragged.
Can I please have perception checks from everyone as you are fleeing the scene of the crime? Question mark?
Never has anyone weaponized
Oh,
torches
no.
in such a way.
Well,
Oh no.
I'm real busy running.
The children will be fine. It's fine.
I remember
so that's-
perception.
Excellent. Wow. Okay, that's a 20 from Anton, 21 from Fork, and a 9 from Thora. So Anton and Fork, as you are running, you do notice that there appears to be quite a few number of toys, and Anton especially. You see that the symbol with the heart that doesn't quite close all the way is engraved in some of these toys that you pass by. And the toys come in various shapes. There are a few children that have necklaces. There are a few that are engraved into little wooden figurines. You just happen
They all
to
have
notice.
the same symbol.
Yes.
Fork, do you still have that there?
Well, yes, as it happens, I'm letting it dry out on top of my pack.
Would you mind just lifting that little paw up that leg with the strange red symbol?
As I go and inspect one of these wooden toys, I'm going to toss the teddy bear to Anton.
And I'm just gonna just slap it out of the air, but then tentatively just like kick it over so I see the symbol. Yes, this confirms it. It seems that all of these toys bear the same mark, bear the same symbol, but what it means...
That's just good branding. Like, you know where I've been because of all the black wood.
So you would say that this is the signature of the person who made it, perhaps even the toy maker.
Quite
No, that
possible,
doesn't sound right. The astonishing toy maker. Much better.
Either
Hey, why are you guys looking at the toys?
tantalizing. Well, I'm just wondering if this is lacquered. Has it got a high finish on it? Does it look like...
I come closer to see what you guys are looking at.
Yes.
I recognize this pattern of speech from Fork, and I just take a couple of steps back.
The toy in your hand appears quite fancy. It has a beautiful finish on it. It is made out of a deep cherry red brown wood. It's got little wings. It's colorful.
Flammable?
Only one way to find out. Whoosh!
Oh, that's lovely. Look at that.
I start looking around for more.
They're everywhere.
Are they just lying on the ground?
Yeah, it appears that quite a few of these have been abandoned all throughout the town.
So, last stream, Rupert said that he would gift... Sorry. No. Trooper said the Trooper gifted an advantage to the person who needed it most. From our performance so far, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to Stella. Thank you very
Fair.
much to Anik, who has also gifted an advantage. I don't think there's been assigned to anyone, so let us know where you'd like that to go. We're now to $620 raised. Thank you very much.
It's fantastic.
All right, I start picking up some more toys. Do they all have the little heart?
Yes. You notice this has been engraved in every single toy, even the non-wooden ones.
Well, is there a theme? Are they all different? Or
They do all seem to be made with unique features. They are no two pieces that are alike. There is quite a bit of personality with each piece. You can see that there are some that have long flowing hair. There are some that are in dramatic poses. And there are some that are more animalistic. It's quite a variety, and it's quite impressive, the variety that you do find.
Is the tower our destination? Is that the direction that we're headed?
Yes. So you head towards this strange building, and you can see that it appears it must have gone under several renovations, though they are probably have been completed during different chunks of time. There's great discoloration between each of the different segments of this building. It appears like a mansion, though, as I said before, there's a large tower that comes out of the middle of it. And at the very top it is crowned with a conical roof, and right underneath it is a window. There's a wrought iron gate surrounding the grounds of the Toymaker's mansion, and it is open.
Well, it's not wood this time, but at least it's open. You guys want to go check it out?
Why not? Perhaps this will be the perfect person to meet to perhaps talk about where we're going to set up for our show.
I bet
Oh,
you
right.
two will get on like a house on fire.
Now, Fork, be careful. You want to make a great impression and not a lasting impression.
As you approach the mansion, you can see that the front door is open as well.
Well, that's not suspicious. Is there what's between the gate and the front door?
There is a cobblestone walkway. You can see that there are patches of grass on either side, but they have not been manicured in some time. They are overgrown and quite lush.
Are there even more toys in here?
There actually appears to be not a single toy in the grounds past the gate.
Huh. Well, I'm gonna go see if anyone's home. And I walk up the path towards the door.
Okay. As you come in closer, you can clearly see into the mansion as the door is completely open. You can tell that it has seen much better days. It appears quite dilapidated, and there are holes in the roof, and you can hear the wind whistling through it. And the structure groans in complaint. There are twigs and leaves that scatter on the ground.
I think this might call for one of the astonishing Anton's amazing detection spells. One second, and I'm going to trot back and pick up one of the toys from outside. One that looks like very kind of, perhaps if there's a toy soldier or something that looks like it has eyes that it can see and look out and see if it can see anything for us. Is there anything out there like that?
Yes, you pick up a toy and it appears to be a replica of a paladin.
Ah, look, Perfect. This will do absolutely wonders for us. And I run back and I go, okay, I pull out my magic wand. It is tiny, but looks brilliant. You know, a standard magician's wand, kind of black with the white tips on each end. And I wave it around and I say some magic words. You can't quite hear it, but I'm like, oh, yes, magic, oh, magic pow. And then I just throw it at a window. Does anyone hear the smash or anything?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I throw it at the window.
Okay. You throw at the window. The window glass breaks and the toy thumps inside. And then there's an eerie quiet.
It worked. There's no one around.
Anik gifted her advantage to the astonishing Anton.
Brilliant! I will be abusing that. I don't think there's anyone home.
Just not as satisfying breaking glass, is it?
Is it dark inside the house?
Yes. Although it is dark, it is about late morning right now. So there is some light filtering in, enough that you can maneuver around without too much difficulty, though the corners of the room are quite dark. In the very first room, you can see that there are two doors, one directly in front of you and one to the left.
I will cast light on, I guess, one of the toys that I picked up on the way in. And I'll toss that in the room first.
Okay.
And I will follow and head into that room.
Okay. Would you like to open the door to the left or in front of you?
Is there any difference between the two?
The one on the left looks a lot smaller.
I will try the smaller door. Is it locked?
No. You try the handle. It opens quite easily, and you can see that you have discovered a closet. It is quite shallow, so you don't necessarily have to throw your toy. You see that there is a single set of pale gray robes hanging inside here, and directly behind it is another door. There appears to be a piece of paper nailed into the door.
Oh, can I check out that paper?
Hey,
Yes.
as you guys check out that paper, thank you very much to Hortzka, who has donated $100 for Fora to draw from the deck of many.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
this is how this is going to work. Kara, all you got to do is tell me when to say stop. We'll draw that card, and I've got the descriptions here as well.
Okay. Stop.
The Vizier. In a moment of meditation, you may ask a question and get an answer with the knowledge of how to implement that answer.
My. All right.
Amazing.
So, does this paper have writing on it?
Yes. When you look at the paper, you can see that it was originally written with a neat hand and looks like it had a list of hours. At the very top, it says hours of operation, but a line has been drawn through the various words. And below, on a much messier script, it says employees only.
And it's just nailed to the door?
Yes.
How tall are these doors? Like, was I able to fit through the first one, or was I ducking?
It is a pretty standard door. You would have been able to fit through it easily.
Okay.
And the second one is the same size.
Hey, you guys want to come check out this employees only area?
Wait,
Fork, what do you think?
I
Seems a bit dark in there.
you didn't seem too keen on... Oh, do you want a light?
No, please, no. I'm quite happy with following the cleric into the dark hallway. I just thought that you might want to go first.
If you need one, by all means, just say something and I'll give you one. It's no issue.
Oh, well, I'll absolutely make note of that, but, no.
I'm gonna grab another toy, or if I can, I'll go pick up the toy that I tossed in here that is lit up and just hold it aloft like a beacon. Follow me! And I like try the second door.
And don't set things on fire. That's what you all said. Don't set things on fire. No problem.
Yes, not while we're inside and do not have a means of escape.
No, you don't want things set on fire. All you got to do is ask. You know me. Amenable. That's the word.
We've been traveling together for a while now. I think I know. We're still not allowed back in the Sword Coast.
I love consent. Sword Coast didn't think it counted, but I know it does.
And we follow through.
You open the door, and as you enter through, you can see that this is a startlingly large room. There's lavish wallpaper on the walls here. There's a deep red plaster to them. And you see in the very center of this room is a large dining table, but there are no chairs. Off to the side, there are 2 cabinets, and on the very far end of this room, there is a door. And you are bringing in the only sources of light.
I'm gonna walk towards the table with my light held up. Is there anything on the table?
As you look around, you can see that there are a number of objects strewn about the room. There's a shield under the table. There is a mace with its head embedded into a wall. And it appears that a pair of boots have been chucked into the corner of the room.
Oh, well. My eyes definitely go straight to that shield. I am a big fan of those, and I would like to bend down and check out what is it? Is it just lying on the floor under there? What does it look like?
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
All right.
Thank you, Diabolitio, for the donation of an advantage. Let us know where you would like that to go. Third time's a charm.
So with a 10, you were able to look at... So are you crouching under the table and looking at it? Are you pulling it out?
Yes, I'm gonna crouch down and look at it, and if it's a little far, if it's too far away for me to really examine, I'll try to pull it towards me.
Okay. So you crouch down under the table, and you get a good look at it with your toy light, and you can see that there appears to be a pattern painted onto this shield. And what you notice most is there appears to be a large bite mark out of the side of the shield. It appears quite damaged.
Ooh. First, what does that symbol look like?
The symbol looks like a checkered pattern with blue and white alternating squares.
And on the bite mark, can I like see the teeth marks?
Yes. You can estimate that these are very, very large teeth. And as you are crouched down there, you hear a low growl.
Oh, good. I would like to stand back up. I'll leave the shield where it is for the moment.
Okay. You get back up to your feet.
Did you guys come in here with me, or are you still in the other room?
I'm with you, and I'm looking at the shoes, and as I'm doing that, I'm kind of like moving my hand back and forth, feeling the mystic energies of this room. I walk around, and did I hear the growl as well?
It was very... Well, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I will roll your perception.
And Stella, that advantage from Diabolitio went to you. Getting better, getting better. There we go.
We're the best.
Perception. With a... Oh, dear. I'm just gonna... There we go. Normal roll. Perception, 17.
17. Very, very soft. If you weren't paying attention, you would have not heard it.
Okay, well, I definitely didn't hear it. So I'm going to say out loud to my comrades that yes, I feel the energies. There's something happened here and it was not good.
I
Anything?
agree.
Yes. But what? And I kind of just keep pacing around.
Well,
I will hold up the shield and just kind of hold it up where you can see it too.
As Anton says this, is this very loud?
And how I say it?
Yeah.
Everything I say is very loud.
Okay. You hear a voice coming from the far door. Oh, lovely company! It's been so long since we've had visitors.
Is that coming from the next door?
Yes, the door that you did not come from.
Is that door open?
As you look towards the door, you realize that it has no handle, and there's a face in the door.
Oh.
The door's smiling at you.
And jump back.
We've had another donation come in, and since it is the evening of Valentine's Day, it would seem that it's come with a little note. It's from Dart, Captain of the Sapphire Winds, and it says, "Advantage to blame. Do you remember me? It was the summer of 1398, and there was a fire pit and rum."
I think you'll find it was 1883, but yes, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, kind stranger. That was beautiful. But yes, this face. Oh,
Do you see the face too?
I think I do. I walk past, right?
Yes, you can all clearly see the face now.
That's not a face. It's just, look, they do this all the time. Look, and I'm gonna cast Acid Splash and start drawing in acid on the door. But look, you can etch anything you like with acid. I'm gonna give it a tongue.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna give it a tongue and some like drips coming off the tongue.
The door says, "Oh, stop that! Oh, that tickles."
It tickles.
Like, Orc falls over. Talking what? Ah!
Absolutely astounding. Hello there, magic face thing. Which master do you serve?
Oh, I am a creation of the great Medantior. You are in the monstrous menagerie mansion.
Monstrous Menagerie. These naming conventions are absolutely fantastic. This is wonderful. I wonder how you work. And I just kind of start pressing against the door, a random place for any kind of like mechanics, something to let me know this is all a trick of some sorts.
The face wiggles and giggles.
This is a real magic door. I'm going to stand here now. Please continue the conversation without me. And just like pick a corner and just kind of...
Have you noticed for it, whenever like Anton gets even remotely overwhelmed, he just kind of like nopes out of things. He just kind of drifts off, doesn't he? You know, like he'll start a conversation and then be like, "For a fork, finish this one off." You know.
Yeah, he's probably
you've traveled
not
with me.
wrong.
You know how I do.
Sorry, for he's being very loud over there. Say that again, please.
I will march right up to that door. Hello. I hold up the shield. Do you know what did this? And I point at the bite, in case it's not already obvious.
You see one of the eyes sort of extend a little, kind of curiously peering at the shield as it's brought forward. Oh, I must have had my eyes closed. It's not often that we are given company here.
I can still hear this, right? Because I'm just around the, just next to it. I'm just like, I'm just muttering to myself. Oh, of course, it tells jokes. It's fantastic. Magic door tells jokes.
This is a menagerie, what other creatures are here? And are they actually here?
Oh, yes, you will find that beyond that Medanter's gallery has quite many monsters. He was quite the collector.
Was? Is he not here?
Oh, it's been some time since I've seen him. I don't think he has left the tower in some time.
Is anybody here? Besides us?
No, they usually take the service entrance. Not many employees.
Are you a portal to somewhere?
Oh, heavens no. There's a hallway right beyond me.
Can you open?
You see little rosy patches appear on the wood and says, "Oh, well, yes, but, oh, tell us a joke. It's been such long time since we've had company."
Oh, jokes. I have really good jokes. Okay, you guys, are you ready? What's brown and sounds like radar? Probably nobody in a D&D setting gets that, and that is the point.
I'm afraid that's a little bit lost on me there for her.
My jokes are so good. Just give it time, you'll get it.
You see the door squinting, trying to figure it out.
How about what can you do to fire up a lame party?
Oh no.
For lame.
Oh no.
Better than for lame.
I quickly rush up to Fork before he can finish it, assuming that he's about to send this door aflame. And I grab him by the shoulders and I say, wait. Allow me. Okay. And I grab my tricorn hat with that is adorned with feathers, and I cock it a little bit to the side, and I hold my hand over my eye as if to imitate an eye patch, and I kind of like hunch down and I say, "Yar, fair maiden door, whatever sex ye may be, what be a pirate's favorite letter?" And I wait.
Oh, I don't know. What is it?
I reckon one from a lady somewhere. Written all elegant.
Anybody? Yar, what be a pirate's favorite letter? And I look for help from everybody. Fully in character.
Doctor's note from his mum, maybe?
Thora, help me out here! What be a pirate's
I
favorite
still laughed
letter?
at my own joke. Oh, yeah, we're so funny, you guys. We are so funny.
This pirate's gonna need a little bit of call and response. Help me out, anybody!
Is it F? Can we get an F in chat? Is it F?
Aye, this be like this.
F to pay respects.
As Anton is telling this, Fork's laughing. The door's laughing. The table laughs.
Ooh. Does anything else laugh?
Like I
Can I
kind of
absentmindedly,
like
when
still
the
in
table...
character, kind of like take a couple hops, and lean over to Fork and say, "Ah, you imbecile!" And I hop back.
Say all. No, I'm not a seer. I don't. I'm a sorcerer, not a seer.
I work with it, and Anton goes, "R, you might think it be R, but a pirate's favorite letter, first love, shall forever be the sea." And then I glitter. And I glitter. I say, "Anton."
When that table laughs, Fork is just going to casually firebolt it. It's Not right. Boom.
Excellent. The table laughs, the cabinets laugh, and I think it's a good place for us to take our break.
Fantastic. Blame, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that was so much better. That was so much better.
Okay, everyone. We're going to take 5 minutes. We're going to stretch, take a bio, grab a drink, all them good things. You do the same, especially if you've been with us for a long time. We've been streaming for a lot of hours. If you've been with us for a long time, take a break too. Stretch. We'll see you in 5 minutes. See you shortly. Oh, I'm not actually changing scene to anything. Hang on, we're just going to fade into ourselves there for a second. We'll see you in a second. Changing scenes helps. Bye. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic break. We certainly did, laughing about laughing tables. Stella, we'll hand back over to you.
Could I please have everyone roll initiative?
Oh boy.
Was my joke that bad?
They all laughed. It was great.
Oh, no.
Oh, yep, good.
Excellent. Oh my gosh.
I will happily go last, even though my initiative is better, as I did roll a nat 1.
Oh.
I feel I need to be punished.
No, it's okay. Go ahead and roll your firebolt.
Oh. Twang.
That is a hit. So you said you at the table?
Yeah, well, yeah, when you said the table laughed, I was hello in a minute. Boom.
Okay. Yes. You lob this firebolt at the table. The table, its laugh kind of distorts into a growl as it takes this pretty solid fire hit. And you can see that it begins to catch on fire, but it does not seem to be spreading very quickly.
Oh, no.
Is it the same growl that I heard earlier by chance?
Yes.
Oh.
So at the top of the order, we'll start with the table. The table begins to hop, 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 hop towards Fork. It only has a movement speed of 15. It will spend its action to get closer to you, so it will be in melee range. Hop, hop, hop. The cabinets also begin to crawl in closer, and then it will be Anton's turn.
Taking this all in, I say, ooh, an audience. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare for a wonderful trick by the astonishing Anton. What is the closest thing to me?
Cabinet.
I look at the cabinet, I say, you sir, please, look at this hand. Look at this hand. Keep your eyes on this hand. And then I try and stab it with my sword.
A 15 is a hit. Excellent.
Dealing 6 piercing damage. And as that happens, I use my ability to take another attack. And I twist away and I say, yes, absolutely, keep your eyes on the hand. And I kind of like swap and then slash once more. Well,
Unfortunately, the 9 will not hit.
and then I finish it by just saying, ha ha.
You stab it, it whimpers a little, and you see it kind of shay out of the way of that blow. Unfortunately, it does not connect. But it is now Fork's turn.
Really? I only rolled a 4. Okay. I would like, you say the thing moving in melee range, right? And how in feet, how far would you say it is to the entrance to this building?
It would probably be 60 feet.
Right, okay. Well, I've got a movement speed of 30 feet. So is there like a long corridor or anything maybe leading to the entrance?
It is the span of this room, plus the very shallow closet, plus the foyer.
And the closet is like a bottleneck?
Yes, because you'll have to turn to the left.
Perfect. That's great. Brilliant. I will walk towards the cabinet. I will receive an opportunity. No, I will receive an opportunity attack because I don't want to use my action to disengage.
Okay, so the table will attempt to attack you with its leg thing.
A 14 will it?
Okay. So that you take 5 bludgeoning damage and you are grappled.
Ah.
Oh no.
Has very sticky legs. You are now attached to the table.
Well, that cancels my plan about walking over there, doesn't it? So then, as I am grappled, I will cancel that action.
Okay.
And go for a completely different one. I would like to use Scorching Ray at level 2.
Okay.
And I will aim one at the thing grappling me, the table, and... Actually, I don't like being grappled. I'm going to aim probably all 3 at the table.
Okay. Scorching Ray is a ranged attack?
Yes.
Okay, so it is in melee range, so these will be at disadvantage. A 14 will still hit, though.
Yeah, make a spell attack for each ray. There are 3 rays on a level 2 cast. So, a 14, a 10, and a 21.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2 of them.
And 20, and 15 points of fire damage.
Excellent. You see these scorching rays do significant damage to this table. Just sear the side of it, and these deep gouges of black have been irreversibly carved into the table here, and it howls in pain.
Yeah, it's going to be... I'm not going to use a bonus action or nothing. I'm just going to be like, wait, get off!
Excellent. Alright, it is your turn.
Oh,
Oh, sorry?
carry on.
All right. Is it just the table that is moving towards us? Or has the door changed as well?
The door appears quite flustered, is looking between the various moving furniture, looking between you, and says, "Oh, heavens! Oh, fire! Oh, no!"
Oh, sorry about that. Can you call off your friends?
Oh,
So we
no.
can talk more?
Oh, they're not my friends.
Well, and I cast Spiritual Weapon. When it comes into being, it is a giant, glowing mace, like a big old club. And I'm going to cast it right next to the table. Maybe on the other side from where it's got fork.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action. However, because it's starting right next to it, it should take force damage equal to 1d8. Let's see if this works. Aha, there it is.
Excellent. So it takes both of them, or just the first one?
Sorry, I hit it twice, but
Okay.
the first should be the right one.
Awesome. This lands a pretty solid hit. You see one of the legs fall off of the table.
Does it make another little growl at me?
Yes. Sounds very angry.
I will step toward it and just swing with my regular mace. So let me see.
Just to double check, we all have at least one advantage roll to spend each, right?
I don't think me and Kara have received one yet. It's just you and Stella.
Oh,
And you both have 2.
That's definitely a hit.
All right. So there we are.
Another one of the legs get busted off with this blow.
And I'm going to stay here near the door, kind of between the door and the table, I guess.
Excellent. And that brings us back to the top of the turn order, and the table will attempt to pull Fork towards it. And you see underneath the table face opens up, and there's a large mouth. Attempts to bite you.
Ugh. A 14 hits.
Okay. Please take 10 piercing and 1 acid damage.
I do not like that. Help! Help!
One of the cabinets will close in on Anton, and it'll attempt to hit you with one of its doors.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Take
Well,
5.
that's not too bad, is it?
Could've been
The
much
door
worse.
sticks to you, unfortunately, so you are grappled. And the other cabinet will attack Thora.
Oh boy.
Does a 17 hit?
That is my AC, so yes.
Oh, 10 bludgeoning. Oh,
Oh boy.
you hear a thwack, 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 thwack.
Ah,
And it is Anton's turn.
I don't think I like this. Is there any chance to call parlay on this fight? No? Okay, well, here's a trick I learned off of the Ascor desert area, and I kind of just like start. Can I still? I have still full like
Yes.
movability, right?
Mhm.
And I start to pour this like little kind of powder onto my blade, and I spark it up, casting branding smite as my bonus action, and then over my shoulder, I'm just going to yell, "Astonishing Anton!" and just start stabbing.
Excellent. So that is 7 damage.
7 damage, cool. And then it's the branding smite damage as well,
Okay.
which is an extra 8.
Okay, excellent.
And then I'm just gonna do that again one more time.
Go
Ah!
for it.
12.
12 is a hit.
Yes, and hang on one moment while I just double check how long the branding smite lasts. Should be still going, I think. One moment. I swear this never happens on stage. Ah. Da-da-da-da. No, it's just the once. So yeah, 6 piercing damage on that one.
Excellent. As you put on this dazzling display of acrobatics and stabbiness into the cabinet, you see the plates on the inside of the cabinet turn into teeth, and it begins to chomp angrily at you.
I comes into my pocket and like glitter into the air.
The cabinet sneezes. It is now Fork's turn.
Right, Fork's gonna look around and go, right, well, blow this. How big's this room?
Oh no!
It's about 30 feet long.
Well, you've probably guessed it. I just like to throw a fireball at my feet. That'll be,
Oh no.
DC 15 dex save from everyone. I checked, the grappled condition does not stop you from making a dex save.
Okay.
So that'll include me.
Okay.
I am going to use my Shield Master feat to add an extra 3 to mine.
I'm gonna knock myself out with this attack.
Damn it.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Fork! Fuck!
I'm unconscious. I'm out.
Oh my god!
I've set myself on fire. I'm out.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay, me look a wrecking poof.
The first one will be the table and then the 2 cabinets.
no.
Oh shit. Okay. What's 15, so 15 is half, right? Okay. Yeah. They're all dead. How are y'all looking?
I'm out. The room's on fire.
I can run over and use spare the dying on you.
They're all dead, but how much damage did you do to me? Sorry?
32.
There we go.
Oh! How many of those spare the dyings have you got?
I mean, if you need it, I can do this all day.
Because I hit point max of 28. I have 28 health.
Okay.
So
How
for
about
can you
I do a little, now that are we out of combat now?
Fork, can you tell me what this looks like as you decimate all the furniture and also one of your companions?
Yeah, hand high. I've had enough of this. Fireball on the floor, not realizing that it might hurt himself at all. The room combusts, the walls blow out, the furniture gets thrown wide, we get thrown from the grasp as incapacitated creatures can't grapple anymore, so we all go flying to the walls. The windows blow out. The magic door melts. Fork's laying on the ground, and as you're casting Spare the Dying, he has a smile on his face.
I'm very conflicted because that hurt me too, but like it was just so great. And so I come around and just kind of lay my hand on your shoulder. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Am I still on the ground, quite crispy? I'm just kind of like in this daze as I'm down and out, going, yeah, and on, yeah. Cheer for me.
So are we conscious? Are we?
Yeah.
I'm completely unconscious.
Oh, are you both are completely unconscious?
Yeah, that took me out as well.
Oh, okay. Then I'll come around and it's gonna be okay, Anton. And I spare the dying you as well.
No, Mother, I don't want to go to school. No. Oh, what happened? Where am I?
And then you see Thora just kind of sink to her knees, just like in the middle of this wreckage, and start praying. And that's gonna go on for like 10 minutes.
Remember, when you are in a moment of meditation, you can ask a question, and the answer will be revealed to you with the wisdom of how to act on it. Just to
do we want to use it now?
It's up to you, but since you're in a moment of prayer.
True, that's a good point. All right.
Anton is currently wondering why he didn't use his advantage roll on that deck save.
I love that I didn't have to
I'll
use either of mine. Scrat did that all on his own.
I'm really glad I took that cantrip now. But yeah, you're totally right. I am in a state of meditation, so let us consult the card.
Excellent. What would you like to ask?
How can we best get to or find the wizard we're searching for here?
as you're casting this spell and you're divining this question to the powers that are at your disposal, you hear an answer back. It sort of whispers to you, and it says that you are on the right track, though the way ahead is dangerous. There are many things that lurk these halls.
Which are flammable?
If you inquire to their flammability, the voice will say, "Yeah, sure."
I mean, if I can keep asking questions, that is absolutely one of my first thoughts.
Spirit, please, I have but one more question. Is that steel defender I had also walking through here that I totally forgot about?
I was wondering when
Please
you were
say yes. His name is Dimitri. I do not have a backstory for him, but if he could appear right now, that would be very handy.
So the camera pans over to the front door, which has been blackened by some unknown fiery force. And standing in this smoldering doorway is
Dimitri, where have you been? I needed you. You could have been there to, I don't know, block the explosion. Where have you been? As you see this tiny little mechanical bunny kind of just hop into the room. Oh, come here, you rambunctious scamp. I will keep you close by. If only you had healing spells as well. Did you bring me a potion? No. Just sits there chipping away. Damn. Everybody, this is Dimitri. He's relevant, but let's move on. Act like he's always been here. Give him a pat on the head.
Well, after 10 minutes have passed, I'll come out of my prayer trance, and I have cast Prayer of Healing upon us all. It's good for more people than we have in this party. So everybody gets... Looks like it didn't complete that roll, so one moment. That. 12 hit points.
Lovely,
I
thank you.
think.
excellent.
Suddenly I feel rejuvenated and somewhat less dead. Thank you kindly.
I think morning plays for a second. Oh, what a lovely nap. Oh.
And as I come out of this prayer, I look up and you've got... Wait, who's that?
What?
Who? Is the are we in combat again? I didn't see your friend come in because I was praying.
Oh, no, this is Dimitri. He's always been here. Don't pay him any mind. He's my little assistant. You know when a magician puts a bunny and pulls a bunny out of the hat? Well, that's who it is for me. Dimitri has been by my side. He's mechanical, so if he breaks, I can always repair him. Isn't that right? I just on his head.
I
Do
reach
not
out.
burn him.
All right.
I would never. Probably.
Well, this room's burning nicely.
Yes, absolutely. But shall we check with the door again?
Hello, door. Is the face still there?
The door's gone.
Oh. Is it completely gone?
Yes, all that remains are the metal hinges.
Oh, sorry about that, everyone. I panicked.
How is everyone feeling right now? Is this a good place that we might be able to perhaps take a small rest?
Oh.
I'm feeling a little bit crispy myself. I'd say let's, put something up against the door, but we don't have to.
Yeah, is there any furniture left in here now? Is it all clear?
Absolutely not.
We could maybe go back into the small room, like hallway that we went through to get here, if you want to take a rest.
Yeah, that sounds good. I could take a rest. A short one.
Fantastic.
Short rest.
I need a drink. And I kind of like just step past. I put Dimitri on my head and like put my hat back on top of it over him, and I continue out to try and search for a place to rest and a drink.
Excellent. So the party retreats back to the foyer, and you find that there's an eerie stillness to the house, despite the quite atomic fireball that went off. Structurally, the house seems fine. As soon as you step back out into the closet, you don't see any signs of this fiery damage inflicted onto this poor building. And you're in the foyer now. The wind howls through the broken ceiling here. Otherwise, it is quiet.
Brilliant. I'd like to, while we're taking a rest, I'm going to do a little bit of meta magic to swap out some level 1 spots for some level 2s and 3s.
And I will try and desperately search for a drink, and hopefully one of those will do me some good.
Yeah, is there anything we can use in here to like block the doors or like
Yeah. So as you look around, you can
fortify?
see in the foyer there appears to be a pretty sturdy end table. There's a small lamp on it. Lamp appears broken.
I'll try to push that across the door leading to the room we had just fireballed, just in case.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check, please.
Okay.
I was learning that Wall of Flame spell as a protective spell, but I've not got the hang of it yet.
Oh, please don't.
Thora, you're able to move it quite easily. It does have some significant heft to it, which is surprising because it is made out of wood, but something
Did it growl
about
at me?
It makes no sound except the scraping against the floor as you put it into place.
Can I investigate the table like underneath and see if there's anything like in there making it so heavy?
Yes, go ahead and roll me investigation. And as Thora is checking this out, what is Anton doing?
Anton is looking around to see if there's anything he can drink, perhaps a globe with removable top. You know, he's used to the high life of living in the lap of luxury, so he's always certain that there's something to kick back, and maybe he's taken one of the robes, he's wearing it right now, and looking to just relax while his companion is trying their best to protect them.
Okay, go ahead and roll me investigation as well. And as you're doing that, what is Fork doing?
Fork's just gonna sit down and get about resting, you know. Well, he sees it. You'd have to be, you know. This is a perfect place to rest. I mean, who would come into a burning building? I mean, it's foolproof. So I'll let Thora worry about the barricade, and he'll just sit down and start resting up.
Thora.
Wait, where is Fork sitting at the moment?
I'll just knock myself against the wall, I guess. And join in the other room, because, you know, the smoulder on the other side of the wall create a nice little bit of warmth, you know, just helps send me off.
Anton takes one of the chairs and just pushes it as far away from Fork as possible. He kicks up his feet.
Excellent. With an 8 investigation, Thora, you can tell that there's something inside of this nightstand. However, as you try to open the drawers, you find that they're unable to open. You get the sense that the drawer faces are fake, but there's definitely something inside. You can't figure out exactly how to open it.
Let's see. Burning all these spell slots.
Are you okay? Is there anything you need?
I think there's something in this table. More than meets the eye.
Might I quickly be able to roll my hit dice?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
If anyone
you
would like
very
to roll their hit dice, go ahead and do that now, please.
Cool. That is 2d8. No.
Ouch.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not too bad. Well, it's definitely not good, but it'll have to do. Okay, looking a little bit fresh. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up and investigate this table, and remembering all my tricks of the trade, I'm going to use a special ability of mine, which is the right tool for the job, which I will. There we go. So using my Tinkerer's tools, I'm going to create some lockpicking tools, or the locksmith.
Okay.
What do I need to pick locks again?
Thieves' tools is to pick locks.
Thieves' tools. There we go. So I craft some thieves' tools. It'll take me an hour though.
Okay. Sounds like the perfect amount of time to do a short rest.
I'm willing to spend up to 5 of my hit dice to heal up at the minute.
Okay. Go ahead and roll those for us, please.
Actually, I'm not doing too bad.
Actually,
Not doing too bad.
I might throw out an extra hit dice.
Go for it.
Is that okay?
Yes.
20,
Thank you.
29.
Oh joy.
Oh my goodness, that is exactly 33. Beautiful. I only needed to use 4.
How is Thora looking?
I'm fine after I healed us.
Okay. So after some time, Anton, you're able to make these tools.
Yes. I put the tools together and I lift them up and inspect them closely, admire my craftsmanship for a bit, and then I would like to try and pick the locks.
Okay. Go ahead. Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll the thieves' tools, please.
I have not put all of the tool proficiencies in.
So it would just be your dex plus proficiency then, I believe, unless you have expertise.
No, it's just proficient in thieves' tools.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, there you go.
All right, excellent. That'll be enough. So you begin to investigate this strange nightstand here and fiddling around with some of the mechanics that are built into the back of it. You are able to find a secret button which opens a panel, and you use your tools to unlock a lock you find there. And a compartment opens up, spring-loaded, and you see inside, very conveniently, 3 potions of healing.
Perfect.
Anton, he says, staring at this. Look, go juice. I'm gonna hand one to Thora. I'm going to take one. I'm going to look at Fork and hold on to it. Now, Fork, friend, companion,
Oh, yes.
do you promise to be good?
I killed all the mimics, didn't I?
Yo, you absolutely killed it. Some might say you broke a leg or a rib. I need to know I can trust you, friend.
I will always start fires for you, Blame.
I don't know who Blame is, but good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm in Anton.
I give one to Fork as well. However, reluctantly.
Okay. These will be regular potions of healings. They do heal 2d4 plus 2.
Very nice, too.
Perfect. Oh,
All
actually,
right.
I have the perfect thing for this. I'll be back. One moment.
Just what we needed.
Okay. Is there anything that anyone else would like to do during this short rest?
I might stretch out a little bit. It's very important stretching, especially in these long missions, you know, get my neck stretched, get my back done. I'm not gonna lie.
Fireball.
I'm not gonna lie for her. There was a little bit during that, but I don't quite remember. I remember the fireball, and then here we are.
Apologies, Anton is back with his potion of healing. It is a...
Ooh.
I've got 2d4 in here. Yes.
Oh, that is
Perfect.
adorable. I love All right. So concludes your short rest. After about an hour and a half, you feel rejuvenated-ish.
Has the building stopped burning?
It's smoldering gently.
See that? Still standing. That's the quality of blackened wood, that is. Fire resistant.
I will move the table back away from the door.
Okay. With the objects removed from the nightstand, you find it moves quite easily. You do not have to roll for it.
Whee!
All right. My companions, shall we continue on in one single file, Fork at the front, Anton at the back?
Do you want to try the doorway that we burned down, or do we want to try the other door off the foyer?
I do feel bad about that. I feel like we should...
I wish to, if we could, perhaps exercise a little more caution about the term we. Do not use that too generously. I believe not all of us are to blame.
Well, yeah, whatever you want. That sounds fine. And I'm just gonna kind of start heading back toward that door. I think something tells me we should check this one out first.
I like that. I'll follow you, yes.
I'm
And look
mentally
here, this
still
way.
wearing the robes.
With this gentle smolder as well, we don't need the light spells anymore.
Because the house is on fire. So you're moving towards the front, the door that leads further on into the house and not through the closet, correct?
I wanted to head back to where the face door had been and go through that portal.
Okay, so you go back through the closet and then into the very, very blackened and ruined room. Don't worry, the mimics don't laugh this time as you pass their corpses. And beyond where the door with the face was, you see what appears to be a long, narrow hallway. Lining both sides of this hallway are various statues.
Oh. Well, that seems a little weird. Before I step into the hallway, how close are the first statues?
You can see that there are about 10 statues in here, and they're all equidistant. From the door, They are about 5 feet away, and there are 5 feet in between each one.
Using my knowledge of the mechanical arts, if you will, could I press my head against the wall and just look to see if there are any mechanical bits to any of these statues that might suggest that if I would walk past, they would decapitate me quite swiftly?
Sure, go ahead and roll me perception.
Perception. Wish I had
Or
put a little bit more
investigation.
effort into this.
Oh.
Or actually, I would much prefer investigation if
Go
I could,
for it.
please.
Yes, go for it.
Investigation.
Oh, that's much
23.
better. 23. So you carefully peer between the statues and the wall, and you can see there is absolutely nothing connecting them. You are able to determine with great confidence that these are not mechanical constructs of any kind.
Friends, I would like to announce something with the great mysticism and magic of the astonishing Anton. These statues probably don't want to kill us, but, I thought the same thing about the cabinet. So, carry on.
Should I chuck a fireball in before we go in this time? Or
Nope.
should
Nope.
Does anyone still have one of those toys?
we look guiltily back at the flaming room?
I guess the one that I had would have burned up too.
Well, if you will, a magic trick for you. And I pull off my tricorn hat and I kind of wave around it and I say, astonishing! And then Dimitri pops his head out. This little mechanical bunny. I say, ha! Wait, no, you met him. You knew he was there. Dimitri, come out. And he hops down. Dimitri, would you do us a kindness and just run ahead and maybe take the hit for the team?
Your adorable little bunny creature friend hops forward, whirring along into this very, very long hallway, and nothing happens as they cross and come to a stop at the other end, where there appears to be another door.
Yeah, it's safe. I'll just wander on through.
So as you enter into the hallway, you can see that these statues are representations of different kinds of creatures. And Fork, as you look up at one of these statues, you would see a creature that you have defeated before in the past. What does this statue look like?
Ooh. I believe it might be a watchman from a previous city, as most of my run-ins have been with the law. Not gonna lie.
You find it very peculiar that this statue is a man wearing watchman's garb, but here he is.
Now this is very strange, this. But I know that copper anyway. He arrested me 3 times in 1 week.
This statue?
No, but the person who it's a statue of, it's rather good.
Well, that makes more sense then, doesn't it?
Anton, as
Are
you
we
look...
close enough?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if we were close enough to also really see it.
Yes, as you walk up to investigate this statue, you can see that it is quite detailed. It appears to be made by a masterful craftsman. You can see that it goes all the way down to the various moles and distinguishing marks that this watchman might have. And to the left is a creature that Anton would have defeated sometime in their past. What does it look like?
It looks like Gertrude the Great, the administration's ladies from the School of Wizardry back in Armen, who denied me entry to the school because I actually have no magic. She's
One of us
old
must have
and
defeated
frail,
an
kind of like looks a little bit nice, but she also wears a magician's top hat. I see it and just give out a quick, "Ah!"
You would recognize that scowl anywhere.
Quick fog, fireball!
What, really?
Noticing that he's not doing anything,
Oh,
I quickly
I'll produce a flame and pass it to the astonishing Anton.
Wait, you pass it to me?
Yeah, I just pass you a literal fireball, just a produce flame fireball. I just pass it to you.
I just panic, throw it up, kick it away, and then in an absolute, like, out of fear, I'm going to, out of my bag, just lift this cloth, which looks like, what can you describe the wall?
The wall behind you,
Yeah.
it appears to be made out of marble.
It is a fabric with, on one side, it is just pure cloth that, kind of like a comforting cloth, just basic fabric. But on the other side, it looks about as close as it could to this wall behind me as I hold up the fabric and just run against the wall, hiding, having cast invisibility on myself. I'm just sitting there. Is it gone?
Thora, to the left of Gertrude the Great is the statue of something you've defeated in the past. What does this statue look like?
I'm confused because Anton, are you here? Are you good?
No.
Oh, okay. I look at the next statue. It is a big, large, I would say, for a goblin, but it's a goblin. It is one that specifically kept defacing, doing graffiti, like peeing on the walls of the Temple of Pelor where I worked. And I just, this could not stand, and I had to take this goblin down.
Excellent. So how does Thora react upon seeing this large goblin statue?
You again? How did you get here? And I take the statue very seriously. I walk right up to it.
It does not reply.
It doesn't growl at me or anything.
No.
I'm like, everything in this building I'm convinced is gonna attack me now. Oh, well. Do you guys... And I turn around. Is the statue facing this one the same?
So all of the statues in the room are facing towards the center. So they're sort of facing each other in intervals of 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're standing in front of it, it's staring at you.
And if I turn around and look at the other, like what is next? Is it the same or is it different?
It is different. So across from this large goblin statue appears to be the statue of a minotaur.
Mm.
Could have been worse. It could have been a major tour.
That does sound worse.
Or a Megator.
Whoa.
It's much bigger than a Minotaur.
Are you visible again?
I'm just
Is
like
it just a voice?
I'm lowering the cloth to quip and raising it once more. Dimitri kind of just hops in, like shuffles under the cloth below.
What shall we do? Destruction is my usual go-to method.
Are we like halfway down the hall now?
Yeah. You're pretty much in the middle.
It's just a straight hallway?
And your little bunny friend is waiting patiently all the way at the further door.
I peek
I'll
out,
keep
see
going.
him giving me a look, and then I just oh, hang on, I didn't actually cast the spell. There we go. There it is. And I, in a panic, grab the cloth and I just throw it forward and cover Gertrude the Great, and then just book it, running towards Dimitri. Dimitri, in the hat! So I just scoop him up.
The statue does
Alright,
not
I follow
respond.
down the hall.
I'm just gonna try opening the door, I think.
The door opens, and you see on the other side is a set of stairs. They appear to be some simple stone stairs that wind up in a spiral. You hear a deep, resounding growl echoing from above, distorted as it reverberates off the stone walls of this tower.
All right, buddy, I don't want you to panic, but I'm 100% certain that that's Gertrude. That is exactly the same growl she gave me when I entered the... Oh, wait, you don't know this? What is that sound?
You know, I'm just wondering, should I just lightning bolt in that direction? It'll tear through a building like butter.
Up a spiral staircase.
You're right, it's probably not the best idea.
Maybe I'll start. I'll go first. I'll go start going up the stairs.
Ooh, okay.
And
I just very Scooby-Doo style, kind of creep up behind you, peeping over your shoulder occasionally.
As I go up the stairs, I do want to. I'm paying attention. I'm watching my footing. I would like to try to be aware if there's any traps I might be stepping on.
Okay. Would you say that your group is trying to be stealthy with this approach?
Oh, I am not stealthy. No, I'm very loud.
Excellent.
I got jingly scale mail on.
Go ahead and roll me a perception, please. Okay. Absolutely. You keep an eye out on the stairs, and as you are climbing up, you definitely get the sense that they are very simple. There's nothing to them. You do not find any traps. And you find that the stairs eventually end at the edge of a platform in a small circular room, and the wooden floor is polished. It's lacquered, very... I get kind of scared mentioning wooden things now. I've never had this fear before. You see that there are shelves upon shelves on the walls here. There are a great number of toys that line them, from spinning tops to dolls, puzzles to wooden swords, and so on. On the very far side is a door, and in the very center of the room is a simple workshop desk, a chair, and an old woman that appears to be sleeping quite soundly, snoring away.
I will step up onto the landing so that the others behind me can come up also if they want to.
I will very carefully follow, but noting that it is an old lady.
I will follow, noticing with awe all of the lacquered wood.
And you realize that the echoing growling is simply the snore of this woman carrying down the tower.
Perfect. We're pretty loud. She doesn't even move when we get up here.
No, she seems to have not been awakened.
That's quite impressive. We literally
I'd like
blew up part of the
to-
building. Just saying.
Still up here snoring. I will come up, walk up towards her work table. Is it possible for me to get around the work table without coming up right behind her?
Yes, so it is a circular room, and there is quite a bit of space around it. And currently, her back is to you, so you could simply just walk around to see the front.
I want to scare her by tapping her on the shoulder from behind or anything. So I'm going to go, around the front of the table and facing her. First, can I see anything once I'm closer to her?
Yes.
Does her sleep... Oh, go ahead.
So as you round the table, you can see that she appears to have a kind face. Her face is completely relaxed. She seems to be in a very deep sleep. She has one of her arms folded under her head, and in her other hand appears to be a large gem. It is completely black in color, and it is about the size of a large fist in her palm. And it sort of glitters in candlelight here.
And she's still holding on to it in her sleep.
Could I get perception checks from everyone, please?
Is that a lump of coal?
I don't know yet.
It is very, very shiny. That's a 22.
Yeah. I think we're talking while she's still sleeping, but
17.
Nonetheless, I think maybe we should try to... Do you want to wake her up first, or try to make her drop this rock?
So, we want this rock, he whispers loudly.
I don't know if it's good, that she's holding it and she's asleep and all the town's asleep.
Okay. All right. I pull out my magic wand once more, and I sneak up very calmly and very quietly, and I draw a few circles, a few inches above the hand, and I whisper the magic words, astonishing, and then I slap the rock out of her hand. Just slap the hand.
Okay.
Did it drop?
Yes, it clatters noisily onto the workshop bench here. With a 22 perception and a 17 perception, Thora and Anton, you do realize that all of these toys surrounding you have that sort of heart-shaped symbol on them, and you can see that there appears to be a variety of tools on this bench here that are associated with carving and woodworking as well. And as the gem rolls out of her hand, she snarls with a snort and just kind of jerks her head back. She looks sleepily between the three of you.
I want to quickly pull out a torch and turn to Thora, and I say, "Catch!" Does she catch it?
I dodge.
When the woman rests her eyes on me, I'm just pointing at Thora.
The woman squints over to Thora and says, "Estelle, is that you?"
No. But we came to look for you for her, I think. Are you okay?
I just had a nap.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, she's been a lucky winner to receive the blackened wood treatment we've already started downstairs.
Estelle, you brought friends.
Yes. We came to check on you, make sure you were okay. You've been asleep for a little while, I think.
Yes. And she begins to push up from her chair, and as she does, all of her bones kind of, you know when you do the stretch and they kind of pop, you just hear, and it's very satisfying. It's not like creepy or anything. She's just like, oh, crack. Yes. Oh, I have been hard at work recently. I didn't realize I dozed off.
What are you working on?
Oh, you know, Estelle, just making toys for the children.
Did you need that black gem for your work?
She looks over at it and sort of, seeming to forget that it was there. I don't remember how that got here.
What is the last thing you remember?
And she begins to tell you her account of a night that was probably a couple of nights ago. She mentions a storm that you would have remembered from your recent travels that would have rolled through the area. And she begins to tell you that she had been working on a new branding symbol for her toys just to make things a little more fancy and, so that maybe the teenagers would appreciate her toys a little better. And she tells you that she had essentially mixed up a few of her spells, maybe. She's getting kind of forgetful. Could I get an Arcana check from Fork and Thora? Sorry, and
Nope, totally makes sense.
Well, here goes. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Four?
All
Hear
right.
me out on this one, alright? Hear me out on this one, because my Arcana's awful. I'm a Am I a charisma caster? I'm a charisma caster, right? Right?
Right. Go
And
ahead
I
and roll
use-
me charisma. Go ahead and roll me charisma.
Oh,
Thank
well,
you,
I mean, in that
merciful
case,
DM.
wisdom.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom. Sure. Wow.
Hey.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Thora, as she's kind of explaining in the way that some people over-explain things that you didn't necessarily ask, she goes into great detail about how she plans on doing this. And you realize that her method of putting these symbols into the toys, that they're actually a spell. And it is an enchantment spell where she can apply the protect from evil and good abjuration spell. And however, as she describes this new method that she's begun to experiment with, you realize it's a summoning spell. And with a 21, you're able to divine that she must have summoned this jewel by accident.
Ooh. Well, I see you're doing amazing work here. We're gonna make these toys unique, and maybe even teenagers will be less teen about them. However, I'm gonna poke the jewel with my mace. I don't want to touch it with my hand, but I think you might have accidentally brought something else into the world. And I don't know what's in this gem, but I think maybe something. So you're not the only one who's been asleep. The whole town is, except for the kids.
Oh, that's
So
quite
maybe we should look into this.
As well as blackening wood specialist, I'm also a destruction specialist. I can handle the waste that you don't want. I do not fly tip. I will dispose of everything humanely. I can get
And
rid of
just
that.
to let you know, someone broke your window. We don't have any idea who.
Someone broke all of your windows. We have no idea who.
Estelle, I didn't realize your friends were in the recycling business. Oh, excellent.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yes, recycling, kind of. Yes.
And construction?
They're very handy.
Oh, does need a good makeover.
It certainly does.
It's been some time since our last renovations.
Love what you've done with the place.
Cole's all
Well-
the rage at the minute, you know.
Oh, is it?
Yup.
We'll have to.
You know what they say? Blackened wood is the new unsinged.
And with your efforts, you begin to investigate the matter of this jewel, and you find out over time that it is a heartstone, and the strange events that have happened here in Rosebell are tied with a night hag that has been drawn out of the forest and into this humble village here. And the spells of the protect from evil and good that have been applied to the toys have sort of made the whole town kind of blanketed in this sort of quasi-protective aura, which is why the children weren't affected as much and the parents weren't susceptible to the nightmare horrors and awful bad things that night hags do. And you're able to solve this investigation.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Can we
Yay.
celebrate by going outside of the building and throwing that stone as high as we can and letting Fork just have at it?
Lightning bolt. I don't.
Shatters, and it comes down in glitter.
Ooh.
I hope that wasn't worth anything.
You just go around collecting all the dust.
The camera pans over to a dark area where there's a night hag, and all of a sudden you see her eyes sharpen. She goes, and done. And that's where we're gonna end this session.
Gertrude, no!
Oh, thank you so much, Stella. This has been amazing. I have had a ton of fun. And thank you, chat, for all your donations and support. You've been amazing as well. Oh my goodness.
Yes, thank you.
So let's go around. Let's say who we are, where we can find each other. Feel free to plug things in the chat if you want to put links in or anything like that. And maybe tell us what your favorite part of today's session was. We'll start at the bottom of the screen with Kara O'Neill.
Either way is fine. Yeah, my name is Kara. I don't really have anything that I need to plug. I don't usually stream on my own because I work for a publisher, Dark Horse, and so I do a lot of their live videos. So where you can find us is at Dark Horse Comics across all social media and YouTube. Our Twitch presence is relatively minor right now, but we do partner with Critical Role. So for example, we host Critical Role every week. And it's definitely something we're looking to expand. So yeah, Dark Horse Comics, and I'm Kara. You can find me at Kara O'Neill on Twitter, just my full name.
It's amazing. Sorry, that's amazing. I read a lot of their comics. They did Evil Dead. Sorry.
Yeah, Ash vs. Evil Dead.
They do Evil. Yes. Yep.
I have fond memories of catching up on all the Old Republic comics. Unfortunately, the show I was revising for got cancelled. I got a cease and desist, but never mind.
We do have some new Star Wars art books coming out, so that's cool. It's been a long time since we got to do anything with Star Wars, so
That is
at least a little bit.
well, fantastic. Thank you so much. Did you have a particular moment in this little one shot that you really enjoyed?
As much as it wounded us all, I appreciated that fireball. That was a very well-timed fireball.
I promise you all, I did not realize that I would take damage from that spell until I'd already cast it. I did not take the careful spell meta magic. Anywho,
The shock when I had to when I heard about the damage that you dealt.
well, that's a wonderful segue to blame the robot.
It's a hard life being a firecaster when you're indoors. All your spells.
It's a matter of perspective, really.
Oh, that was fantastic. I actually had the shield spell, which I didn't get to use at all. Because everything that was attacking me was like it was beautiful. It was fantastic.
Well, we survived.
We did.
Barely.
So a little bit about myself. Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blame the Robot. I'm a variety streamer and voice actor. You can find me at Blame the Robot on Twitter, as well as Instagram, and basically all of your social media channels. Basically just Blame the Robot. That's where you'll find me. And to give you a bit of an idea about what kind of person I am, I love video games. I love musical theater. I just love performing. And to that end, I have this image in my mind, if you will, where at the end of the night, when everyone has woken from their slumber, that Anton performed amicably in front of everybody and used that one magic item that he was given to sing everybody a song. And I've got this for you, if you're interested. Now, using his wand of conducting, he would have played this beautiful kind of ba-bum, 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 ba-bum music with the astonishing Anton. His magic's very grand. The astonishing Anton, known throughout the land. His spells are all beyond compare, so sensational and debonair. And my, he has such wavy hair, and we are all astonished. The astonishing Anton, with Dimitri by his side. The astonishing Anton, known far and wide. You'll be amazed, you'll be bewitched by his astonishing bag of tricks, and it's definitely real, don't question it. And we are all astonished, and we are all astonished. That's me. Thank you for having me, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure playing.
Blame, thank you so much. Incredible.
That was astonishing.
I am literally astonished.
Oh my god.
Last but
Wait,
by no means least.
I have to follow that.
Stella, you already followed that. That was an amazing one shot. Thank you
Oh
so
my gosh.
much. It was incredible.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you
that was
so much.
awesome. Thank you.
Oh, I really appreciate you. Oh, thank you so much. That was really, really fun. I am StellaLuna. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I do things of the artsy fartsy kind and various types of TTRPGs. Over at my channel, we do fun things like Dungeons and Doggies, Pokemon D&D, and recently we have been looking at some new content by Symbaroum, which is a dark gothic fantasy TTRPG that was originally Swedish. It's really cool. They recently came out with new materials, and yeah, thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, everyone. We're going to put just over 20 minutes on the clock, ready for our next group. So bear with us. We will be right back with our next one shot. Next, we have Grant Howard in with a game of his own creation, Sexy Battle Wizards. Now, you may be familiar with Honey Heist and Crash Pandas. Well, Sexy Battle Wizards is another game of that vein, a one-page RPG that we'll be playing next up. How will we work in our donations? Great question. We'll let you know in 20 minutes. Catch you in a bit.
Thank you.
Bye.
And y'all are muted. Oh, I'm not though.